I'm Percy Dovetonsils. On this date in 1792, during the French Revolution, mobs in Paris, France, attacked the palace of Louis XVI. The king was taken into custody, imprisoned for treason, and executed the following January. He was tried and executed the following January because he didn't want to ruin the Christmas season. They wanted to wait until after Christmas, so they could also get the gifts he received. Most were there to gain their freedom back. But the intelligent peasants grabbed furniture as an investment. It was one big surprise going away party. The king was astonished he was going away. In 1809, Ecuador declared independence from Spain. And you know, when one Ecuador closes, another one opens. On this date, in 1821, Missouri became the 24th U.S. state. It's known as the Show Me State, but I have, and you can get arrested. In 1866, the last of the transatlantic cable was laid, and President Buchanan called Queen Victoria and became the first ever person to ask if Prince Albert was in the can. Our 31st president, Herbert Hoover, was born in 1874. He was the first president born west of the Mississippi, a member of Stanford University's first graduating class, and the first president to have a telephone installed at his desk. Of course, it was during his presidency that America entered the Great Depression. Most felt it was because we had a vacuum of leadership. In 1885, America's first commercially operated electric streetcar started offering rides in Baltimore, Maryland. Other than people tripping over the extension cord, it was a hit. On this date in 1948, Alan Funt's Candid Microphone, later titled Candid Camera, debuted on TV. That was back when you could hide a camera and not have to apologize to your fellow employees and swear you'd never do it again. On this date in 1949, the national military establishment was renamed the Department of Defense. Who knew they originally had such a foreboding name? In 1954, workers at the Studebaker-Packard plant took a pay cut. And thanks to their dedication to the job and willingness to sacrifice their needs for the company's sake, they all... Wait a minute. They went out of business years ago. Hey! On this date in 1954, Elvis Presley made one of his first professional appearances at Overton Park in Memphis, Tennessee, singing That's All Right, Mama. When he asked his mom how he did, she replied, "Oh, all right." On this date in 1959, 4 members of the Platters were arrested after being found in the company of alleged prostitutes. Other Johns were there, but the police couldn't resist saying, "We're not arresting everyone. Only you." In 1972, Paul McCartney was arrested for possessing pot in Sweden. Let that be a lesson: if you're arrested for drugs, you'll probably never. Oh, wait, lousy example. On this date in 1981, baseball's Pete Rose topped Stan Musial's National League record of 3,630 hits. He remains baseball's all-time hits leader, a record that somebody might someday break. But I wouldn't bet on it. He might, but I wouldn't. Rose's record is 4,256 hits. In 1982, filming began for the James Bond film, Octopussy. Not very historically significant, but an excuse to say the word Octopussy on the radio. It makes you feel like you're getting away with something. On this date in 1983, the roller coaster endurance record was set at 503 hours. It went smoothly, although there were some ups and downs. Today is World Lion Day, National Connecticut Day, National Shapewear Day, National S'mores Day, National Lazy Day, and National Spoil Your Dog Day. As of 8 a.m. this morning, we're officially a third of the way through August. Preseason NFL football games tonight. Justin Theroux, The Leftovers, the ex-Mr. Jennifer Aniston turns 52 today. Antonio Banderas turns 63 today. He's a rare actor whose voice sounds like his name. You either know him as Zorro or Puss in Boots. Some know him as Melanie Griffith's ex. Patty Austin celebrates her 73rd birthday today. She's spent a lot of time at jazz concerts. Sometimes, she even gets the tickets for free. Jethro Tull's Ian Anderson turns 76 and still dabbles on the concert trail. He takes part in concerts but can't go the distance anymore. By now, his aqualung would be solar. And finally, I feel bad for parents nowadays. They have to explain the birds and the bees and the bees, the birds and the birds that used to be bees, the bees that used to be birds, the birds that look like bees, and the bees that look like birds but have a stinger. With exciting facts to clutter your mind, I'm Percy Dovetonsils, for KDAZ, Digital Broadcasting. And thanks for listening.